Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Ao, singer-songwriter. I just released a song called I Broke It Too. The genre is pop soul, piano driven. I have a very eclectic taste, so my music is it's different. I think it's its own kind of thing going on. Definitely. So I started to do theater productions at my church. My parents would have me go to this choir called Take Note, and it was for elementary aged children. And we would put on these Mother's Day, Christmas, little, shows for the congregation. And I loved it. I love being in costume. I love being up there on stage and singing and dancing and being in character. I think that really was something like for a kid, I was very shy, and just being able to be in costume and be someone else and be up there on stage and singing, which I love to do. I mean, it just felt natural to me and it felt like home. So I think it definitely has carried into how I feel as an artist now. So definitely built my confidence as a performer for sure. Like when you're a kid, you're put out there in front of all these adults. It's like do or die time. Like, and also my mom has ballet, and so we do these elaborate like concerts at this concert venue that seated over 2,000 people, and like it was a pretty big stage, and we'd have to be there all night dressed in our little costumes. They had us backstage in our little groups. Like the older girls would watch us, and then when it was our turn, we'd go up on stage and do our performance. And I mean, you can't really see it. I've been on that stage as an adult. You can't see the audience. It's such a big auditorium that you just see lights. And I can't imagine, like, I was just so comfortable up there as a kid. But going back as an adult, I'm nervous. But as a kid, it's like, I'm just like, la la la, no worries. I feel like I do because I like to find pieces that are unique and interesting. Like if you go through my closet, there's kind of a story to every piece that's in there. I've got stuff that's been handmade from friends who've designed clothes. I've got things from, going here and there on different trips and going thrifting and finding cool pieces, jewelry as well. So, yeah, I think it's just kind of like my music. I'm very eclectic. I just kind of find things that I find beautiful, and I don't really have like a specific idea. I'm just like, oh, this is pretty. I like this pattern. Let's just wear it today. So it started off, I met Lauren. Lauren and Carlin were the songwriters. So they approached me. I met Lauren through another friend through Instagram. Instagram, as annoying as it can be, can actually be very helpful with bringing people together, especially in the creative community. So yeah, I met Lauren through another songwriter that I met on Instagram. And she approached me with the song, sent me the demo, and I listened to the lyrics and I was like, wow, this is really powerful. I really like the message. It's very like the way that they used imagery in some of the lyrics, like holding your hand was like holding a whisper. That's probably one of my favorite lines. Yeah, I was like, whoa, when I heard that and read that lyric, I was like, sold, done, we're good. So yeah, we started working, and just I met with the two of them, and then we're like, well, we need a producer who's going to produce this. So I was just kind of looking, and then on Facebook, there's this group for singer songwriters, and I'm like, hi, I'm Rachel, I'm looking for a producer. And Lindsay, she messaged me, and I was like, wow, female producer, multi instrumentalist, drummer, kick ass girl. And she ended up, saying yes to the project. So I went in and started working with her, and we really worked really well together. And just the whole process, we were there together doing it, like looking at different sounds, how we want the vibe of the song to be. And we needed a piano player. Usually I would play, but I'm like, I feel like I want somebody else to step in and like collaborate in this process and play the piano part. So we found Ari. Ari is actually a friend of Lauren Patton, and we had her like do a Zoom session with Lindsay because we were all from all over the United States. Like I can't remember where Ari is from, but Lauren is in she's in Texas, Austin. Carlin is in Nashville, and then I'm here, and then Lindsay's here. So that was nice to be able to have me local with Lindsay. But Ari did a Zoom session with Lindsay to record the piano part, and when she did, I was like, "Wow, yep, she nailed it." I'm like, "Wow, okay, yep, we're coming together here." And so then I did the vocals, and it just came together so quickly, just for how the process was with all of us being all over the United States. And it was like bada boom, bada bing. Like it just quickly came together, and we heard the song for the first time. I was blown away by Lindsay's drumming. She's a featured drummer on the track, and I'm just like, damn, girl, get it. I feel like we're a family now. I feel like these are my girls. I definitely want to do more songs with them. Like we text quite often and keep in touch, and I'm going to be working with Lindsay actually this week on more tracks. So I'm excited. This is kind of specific, but just being an artist in LA can be a very lonely place. So I think that collaboration is important. Just to be around people and share ideas and share stories on what's going on in our lives, the struggles that we go through, and putting that into music and just being able to do something creative with that. I think that that's really important. It's a good therapeutic outlet. I've worked with other producers and songwriters in LA, in the LA area, and just going over there, like just knowing that I have a songwriting session today and I'm going into the studio, it just makes me so happy. And like when we're there together, we just share what's going on in our lives, and then we kind of like combine our ideas and create art. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you can combine your ideas and create a piece of art together with somebody else. That was definitely our goal for the song, is to be an empowering song for people to listen to and be like, wow, I feel good, I can keep going, and also a healing song as well. How it came about, the idea, the concept. Lauren, she saw a post about things that we do to break our own hearts, whether it be like staying in a job that is not like something you want to do, like you in your heart you feel like it's not a good position, but you're just staying maybe for the money or maybe because it's convenient. Or even in a relationship, where you're in a relationship, that it's not the best situation for you, but again, you're staying for convenience. Maybe you do love that person, but it's hard to let go. You don't want to go through the pain of healing. So that's kind of the whole theme of the song. So we wanted it to be an empowering and healing experience for the listeners, definitely. It's funny how I listen to music. I literally just say, if I'm in my car, I'm not going to say Siri because it will actually turn on my phone, but Alexa, she's not here, play something that I'll like. And she'll literally just go into my Apple Music and just pull up random shit, like random songs, like based on things I've listened to. And that's how I discover new music and new artists. So I just kind of listen to that playlist that she creates, and I'm like, wow, I really like how they did this in this song. Wow, I love the percussion in this song. Wow, that piano part in that song, fire. Whoa, dang, the drum part, or wow, I really like her vocal layering. Or I'm kind of like, my brain, when I listen to music, I kind of separate all the different parts. I can hear everything. So when it comes to production, like when I'm working with a producer, I like to layer things in my music. I'm like, I'm hearing this, now I'm hearing this, and vocally too. I'm like, I'm hearing me sing this part like this harmony, this instrumental. I'm hearing the tambourine. I'm hearing a bell. I just kind of pick out different parts that I like in different songs, and I kind of think about like how I want that like in my music. So I think it really helps me to feel inspired to listen to other artists, and just like lyrically too and emotionally. Like if I listen to a song and I'm like, it's a sad song, and I'm listening to what she or he is saying, and I'm like, wow, I really like how they were able to take that in a songwriting approach and invoke that emotion out of me. Like I'm like, wow, I like how they worded that, or I like how they phrased that, I liked how it was sung. It really pulls out emotion. How can I do that with my music too, to get the point across, like how I'm feeling to the listener? So for me, All in all, I mean, I love listening to other music as I'm trying to write, as I'm thinking of ideas. So it's definitely helpful. I used to. I think that growing up, I hid a lot of myself just because just my upbringing was kind of, I was in a situation where, I'll just be honest, I was the only black person in my community, like one of the only black kids growing up. So I was put in a lot of situations where I felt like being me and being who I was, I had to hide that and try to be what other people wanted me to be. And I did that for years. And now I'm older and I feel like I've grown and I've healed from those situations. And it's like, here I am. If you like it, awesome, great, let's vibe. If not, okay, if we're making room for people who actually understand me. So that's how I kind of see it. Like you put out who you are, just be you. If people get it, awesome. If not, oh well, because there's going to be people who do get you, and those people are going to be with you, and those are the important people. Everybody else, oh well, you don't get me. I feel like right now, for just a few more songs, I'm in the same chapter. We're still in the same story, but different paragraph. So I feel like I Broke It Too came at a time where I was actually kind of experiencing the things that the song was talking about in life. I'm like, wow, this is really, I'm still growing and I'm still changing and evolving. And I have a lot of change going on right now in my life. And I feel like the next songs are going to kind of tie into I Broke It Too, but in a sense that it's time to move forward and it's time to heal. I think that as we go forward, I'm going to start writing more, songs about loving life and like less about healing and like less about, that process and more about the aftermath and like feeling more whole and completed like within myself. Because right now I feel like like in my life I'm still kind of in that process of getting to that point where I'm feeling more free and more open. And yeah, it's a process. As songwriters, we write about the experiences that we're going through in life. And whether it be dark, light, happy, sad, it's all about where we are. For me, at least, it's all like I'm inspired by where I'm at now. And I'm not afraid to write about that and tell the world, maybe I am struggling a little bit. Maybe I am going through some things. Maybe I am healing, but this is real, this is raw, and this is what I'm going through. And I'm sure that other people are going through that too. But I think it's important, though, to also expand in songwriting. And that's what I'm wanting to focus on and just kind of go into a more lighter, positive um, look into my songs coming up in the future for sure. I mean, I tell people, I'm like, when I'm performing, I'm like, sorry, I write breakup songs. Here's another one for you guys. So I was performing at the Mint. And of course, I'm singing all these songs, like breakup songs. And this woman comes up and gets my QR code because I always have like this QR code posted with the music. So she comes up, I'm singing, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, that's so sweet that she's doing that. How nice. And then she comes to the side of the stage and I'm singing. I'm like, oh, she's right there. I'm still singing. And then she, like, at the end, she's like doing this and like, and I look and I'm like, oh, thank you. And I look again. You'll never guess who it is. Angelina Jolie. It's Angelina Jolie on the side of the stage. And I'm like, what? I didn't know it was her at first because she was wearing sunglasses and I couldn't see her eyes, but I saw the tattoo and I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was Angelina Jolie. And then it was confirmed after my performance. The bouncer's like, Angelina Jolie was into your set. Did you see her? I was like, yeah. The song's called Cold Little Heart by Michael Kiwanuka. I just downloaded the extended version with like more instrumental, which I love, and then the radio version. But yeah, I didn't realize that like I was in a with the producer and we were just like going through songs we are writing together, and he's like, "Have you heard this song?" And he played one of his songs for me, and I'm like, "This." reminds me of the song from that show, bit or what is it called? Little Lies. I'm like, it reminds me of that song. And then he's like, oh, well, how about this song? I'm like, that's the song. I was like, oh, it was the same artist. Wow. So then, like, ever since then, I've been obsessed with the song. I play it in the car all the time. I'm driving to CH. I'm like, woo, like it's a good cruising song.